Yo, 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 my Star Citizens and Noob Gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Mennings. And in today's episode, I'm going to be doing part 2 of the best 6 tips of Star Citizen that people may not really know. More obscure tips. So I'm going to start with tip 1, which is going to be New Babbage. Now, if you want to go down to New Babbage, say you've got some cargo to sell or you're doing a box mission and you've got to go to the commons area, then you don't have to actually land in the airport area. You can actually land near the commons area itself and go in. So there's the airport just in front of us. But what we're going to do is we're going to land down here where I'm looking now. Around that area. There's sort of like 3 domes that you could be looking for. And there's a landing pad nearby as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head down there, show you the landing pad, and then show you the other landing area that you can actually go to as well. And then that'll show you how to get into the commons area and just some bits around the commons area in as well. So let's go down there. So you see these 4 domes coming up. And as you see, sort of just to the right of that is like a landing pad. You see another ship there coming in the same area. See Shadow. So the landing pad is just in front of me, and then you see where that other ship is. That's going to be the other area that you can land in, and you can go up the snowy area there and just go inside the building, and that is basically this area here is the commons.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
So you don't have to call for landing here. I don't think it. If you called for it, it wouldn't be here. It'd be over at the other place. But this is the little landing pad here. I've landed a caterpillar on here, and it's been fine. It's been big enough for a caterpillar. Boom. There we are. So that's the landing pad. I'll just get out and show you that. You can't restock on this one. So I just thought I'd show you that as well. It actually takes you longer to walk round from here to actually get into the commons area. So I'd probably suggest landing on the ice in front instead, which I'm going to show you now. But if you want a more sturdy platform, then there's this one here, which is what I use when I've got my caterpillar. So just over here, and you'll see that little square bit is where you can go in, as someone's got the ship parked there. So you can sort of land here on this icy bit here. As sometimes you see some big ships just landed here. There we are. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head inside to show you that. Find my bearings. There we are. Just up here. So this is an area where, like I said, so you can get into the commons area and you don't have to actually go through landing at the spaceport, and you can actually just come and sell your gear, your cargo, or drop off any boxes if you've got to drop them off here at the commons. So just coming up here is the door to get in. A surface entrance. So that's it. That's how you get into the commons area without actually going on the trains and all that stuff from the spaceport. There's a little storage area there. Just around this corner here is a terminal, and from this terminal, that's a garage there. From this terminal, you can get out your ground vehicles. So what I'm going to do is get out and show you.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
You can get out like the
system.
Ursa Rover or the Grey Cat or whatever,
Vehicle
and that'll put it in that
selected.
garage at the side of us.
Stand by.
So if you wanted to put a vehicle in like one of your
vehicle has
ships,
been delivered to
you
the
can do it
following
here. You don't have to go down
locations.
to other areas on the planet. You can actually just do it straight from here. You can open that and then go and take that down to your ship, basically. So back out of here. And then we're going to go to the left, which takes us to the commons. And there we are, the commons. No messing around on trains and parking and all that stuff. Going into the spaceport. Good for if you're just doing quick box missions. So I'm going to move on to the next stage. So this part I'm going to show you the garages for getting out your land vehicles again. So there's the spaceport. And what we're going to do is show you. So I've just come off the trains there from a different area, from the commons area. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the surface entrance where you can get your land vehicles out here again, and where they are, and where if you want to get your land vehicle here, and how you would then get your ship and where you need to go once you've got your ship. So this is the surface entrance. I don't know if any of you have been up here, but this is what it is. And you've got
Welcome
the garages again.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So if I get my Grey Cat here,
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
it will put it in a garage.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
So there's the exits, and this is the exit to the surface. If you want to go into the surface, that's how you get out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the left after I show you this. So that's the outside exit. So what I'm going to do is head to the left, go to the garage where my Grey Cat is, which was, I think, garage 1. And I'm going to drive it through to the exit to show you. So there's the Grey Cat. Start it up. And then what I'll do is I'll ask for permission to open the doors. Clicking my button doesn't seem to work. Like my request, I have a quick button for requesting docking and landing and all that stuff, which normally opens the bays, but for some reason that doesn't seem to work here. So I actually have to go into the panel itself and do it on here. You can do it by pressing F1 and going to your comms on F1 and doing it. So International Spaceport.
You are clear to launch.
There we go. And that takes us to the surface area again, where you just saw a minute ago where I came out and showed you the surface. So again, if you want to put your vehicle inside like a bigger ship, and you can just get your vehicle, leave it here, or get your ship and park it up here and then get your vehicle, whichever way you want. So I'm just going to jump straight through to grabbing the ship.
Tired of travel? Why not rest at the nest
Welcome
newly
to the
renovated
ASOP
accommodation?
vehicle retrieval system.
And I'm just going to get out the Mustang Alpha just to show you
Stand
the
by.
area where you've got to go to basically for that. I
Your
don't know if many
vehicle has
people
been
know
delivered to the full-
the surface area, the surface section of coming out, but this is why I'm creating this one. A bit of a long tip, this one, but I thought I'd cover as many as I could in this one section about the new Babbage sort of area. So here we go, and the Mustang Alpha. Obviously I can't get the vehicle in there, but I wanted to show you basically where I'm parking, or where you would park your ship.
Your journey begins now. All
So-
systems operational.
As we come out of
You are clear
the
to
hangar,
launch.
what we're going to do is look for where the train comes into the spaceport,
Landing gear.
and you can see it's like two pipes coming to four. Two sets of two coming to four just below us there, that little square building, and that is basically the surface entrance there, just below us. You can see another another ship just down below us. So basically heading down here towards this four pipes, and just underneath the four pipes is the surface entrance. Some guy in the middle running around. So there's the spaceport, or the hangars, and that there is the surface entrance where the four pipes come in, or the four. That's the train tracks basically. What we do is just go underneath these train tracks. And as you see, that's where basically my grey cat is. Some guy curious at what I'm doing. Yo, bro. And in here is where I left my grey cat. See that? And that's that. So this takes us up to tip number 2, which is changing your controls. So I play on a controller, and it's difficult to steer and drive the grey cat and land vehicles with the controller. So this tip number 2 is to go in and change your controls. So you can do that by going to escape, going to the options, and then going to your key bindings. Make sure you've got the pad selected, and then going down to ground vehicles, and you can see there then that we've changed the controls themselves. So it makes it easier having like the go and back, or the forward and the back on the bumpers or the triggers, and then steering with just the stick rather than doing everything with the stick itself. So that's tip number 2. So for tip number 3 is the commodities alert. See, the commodity alert just came up on my screen, and you get to it by going to your Mobiglass and then down into the journal, and you have to scroll down and find the commodities alert. This updates, even though it looks like it's not, it updates when that comes up. And you can find things like medical supplies overstock, and they're selling it for cheaper it's a good way if you're doing some large cargo runs to find out where you might be able to get some good stock, so you're not just hunting around from it. I know there's some updates coming with the new version, number 3.18 and I think 4, which is going to have more to do with seeing stock in places, but just keeping an eye on the commodity alerts could be a good one as well, because you could be just doing something around the Microtech area or the Crusader area, and it comes up medical supplies, overstock and understock, so it's a good way of keeping an eye on that. So tip number 4 is over at Grim Hex. So we come into Grim Hex and we come down to the elevators, and what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the main section down in the where you can buy stuff. And on this one, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you where you can buy the tiger claws. So if you ever have got a crime start and you press backspace and you end up not going to jail, or you get killed and you don't end up going to jail and you end up coming to Grim Hex, you can go and buy a tiger claw. So what you do is, as you come out the hangars, we're going to turn here and we're going to look for the door next to admin near the stairs, and it's got an arrow going pointing down the stairs. And what we'll do is, as we go down the stairs, you'll see these screens on the wall here, and just in this door here at the little desk here, there's the tiger claws for sale there. They are 1,000 or 999 credits to buy, and that's where you can buy them. So if you ever need a tiger claw because you're at Grim Hex and you want to go and clear your crime stat, this is where you can get them from, and that just throws that into your inventory. Also, part of this tip is going to be the elevators, medical elevators. Sometimes during 17.2, there's been bugs where you can't get into the elevators, the medical elevators. See, I'm pushing forward, can't get in the elevator here. And so a lot of people can't get out of the medical area because of it. So it causes a lot of issues. A lot of people can't move forward, can't press anything, all that stuff. So the way to get out of that is you have to basically just log out of the system, and when you log out of the system, you'll be taken back to, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit and load myself back in. And what will happen is, once you've loaded back in, you'll end up back in the Habs area. So obviously then it's easier for you to get out. So I'm at Grim Hex. I'm just going to jump in and awake at the Hab section. So there we go. So if you ever get stuck in the medical area, just log out and log back in, and you'll end up at the Hab section where you can then get back out.
Keep it up.
For tip number 5 is about if you're in prison or you want to go somewhere fast, like, so I'm way in the prison system here down in the tunnels, and I've done the thing that I needed to do, and I don't really want to go all the way back through the prison tunnels and all that stuff. So this is the same with anything. Say you was at Microtech and you wanted to go back to Hurston because that's where your bed was or your medical thing. Just hold backspace, kill yourself, and what will happen is you'll wake back up at your last spawn point, basically, wherever it is you think it. So I'm just gonna hold backspace, die. Instead of having to go through all the tunnels, because I think on that one I was 6 down, but the one before it I was 12 down. in the tunnels, whereas rather than going back all the way through, just hold the backspace and that will just spawn me back in the bed section. It's a good way of quickly travelling if you don't want to do it or you haven't got time to be doing it. So now we'll wake up again, back in the bed. And it's a good way of travelling. So like I said, if you're at Hurston or Microtech or something and you've got to go back to the Hurston section, that's a good way of doing it. Just kill yourself if that's where your respawn point is. So that is tip number 5. So for tip number 6 is hydration and nutrition. So as many of us probably know, you can get hydration and nutrition by going to an hospital bed and lying down in it, and that will bring up your hydration and nutrition, your food and water. The thing is with that is it doesn't last as long as drinking and eating. So it is one of the options you have of eating and drinking, but if you get the chance, eat and drink food and water. Now, water is better hydration than energy drinks and lasts longer, but energy drinks also top up your nutrition. So if you're low on food as well as water, hydration, you might be better off getting yourself an energy drink. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you here. I'm going to buy this Cruise Lux here energy drink and show you this. So grab that. That'll go into my inventory. And so I'm on 91 hydration, 95 nutrition at the moment. So if I hover over this, you'll see it's got a hydration of 38 and a nutrition of 30. So it means when I drink this, that both my food and water or hydration and nutrition will both go up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and drink it and show you. So I'll carry that and then move my helmet. And then, and also like as in my other tips, if you just keep hold of your trigger, she will just drink. And as you'll see, my hydration and nutrition will both go up. So if you need food and water, energy drink might be good. Also, if you drink all of it, even though you've gone beyond 100, I think with what I've read and heard, you can hold 125 in your hydration and nutrition, so it will last longer before it starts depleting. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to grab just a water. So just a water, not an energy drink. And you'll see that this mainly only does hydration. Well, this only does hydration. It's better at its hydration. I think it was 38, the hydration of the energy drink. And the hydration of this is 44. So it's got a better hydration effect. So hovering over something like, if you see fruit and stuff in the red boxes or the silver boxes, then they'll show hydration and stuff like that and nutrition in that. So you need to know your nutritional and hydration values, whether you're going to get what you need from it. The other thing to look out for as well is things like the burritos. If you look at the more info on here, you can see the effects it has here is dehydrating. So if you're eating a burrito, you're going to get dehydrated if you don't drink something after it. And similarly, if we go over to the cans of pop over here, you'll see when I go to more info on these that they have the effect is energizing and cognitive boosting. So a bit more energy. So yeah, so them are the things to keep an eye on. So for my bonus tip, which is one that I'm seeing a lot lately, is reporting a crime stat. Now, I see a lot of people on chats and stuff like that talking about griefers, and one in particular I was reading, the guy had said he'd chased down a bounty for a long time, and by the time he got to him, the bounty had cleared his crime stat, so he still waited for him to come out of the place and then still killed him anyway for wasting his time, he said, and didn't get a crime stat. And so basically I thought, well, I wonder if people know that you actually have to report the crime stat. So what you have to do is What you have to do is, once you have been killed, when you wake up in the hospital, you'll get the option to report the crime stat, like how you pick up a mission, share a mission and stuff like that. When someone's sharing a mission, how you pick it up, by using the left and right brackets. And you'll see it pop up once Kilthanis kills me here in a minute. So basically, when Kilthanis now kills me, I'm going to go out the ship and let him shoot me. But once he kills me, I wake up in hospital. So he just needs to shoot me a couple more times. And then what'll happen is I'll wake up in hospital. He's still shooting me. So as I wake up here now, you'll see at the top, it says, party member Kilthanis committed homicide against you. Do you want to report? Basically, do I want to report this? And you can click the bracket and I put no, basically. But that's how you would report it. You would do the open bracket, the left one, and that would report the crime. So if you are getting killed by griefers and stuff like that, just be aware that you do actually have to report the crime. At least give them a crime stat, so then they've got to watch their back, or they've got to then spend some time to clear that crime stat. So we hope this video helped you out, guys, and we hope you liked it. And if it did, don't forget to take that pointer and tickle that like button, guys. It really does help us out. And don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe notification for more videos as they drop. And we hope you enjoyed that one. We'll see you out in the verse, guys.